We are making a one-pot wonder of a delicious broccoli cheddar mac, and you are going to love it. I love a mac and cheese, and I also love a cheddar and broccoli soup, so combining the two and making them into a one-pot wonder is the answer to all of life's greatest questions, I think. You're gonna love this recipe. Everything is gonna go into my pot. It's gonna be delicious. You will love it. Very kid-friendly, and you know what? If your kids don't like broccoli, leave it out, okay? Just leave it out. I am here to make things as easy as possible, not the other way around. The little olive oil and butter goes into my Dutch oven. I'm gonna add some onion. Ordinarily, I use yellow onion, but truth be told, I ran out and I didn't know it. So we're using red. It's fine. It's literally not a big deal. But it does bother me a little bit because it shouldn't have red color running through it, but not a big deal. I'm also gonna go ahead and mince up a couple cloves of garlic. I want this to have just really good flavor. And then I'm gonna be using fresh broccoli for this. You can also use frozen broccoli florets, but you would just not cook them nearly as long. I'm gonna go ahead and mince this garlic and add it right to my pot with my onions because I just want them to cook together and sweat and soften. So I'll just keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't all burn, but it shouldn't take more than just a few minutes to get them nice and soft. I'm also gonna hit them with just a pinch of salt. Gorgeous, smells great. It's doing all the things we want it to do. We're gonna add some stock. You know, for me, it's just gonna be water with some chicken bouillon powder. Or you can use like the Better Than bouillon, the paste, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna use a mixture of cream and milk. And I'm gonna go ahead and just bring this up to a boil. While that happens, hold on, a little garlic and herb, because you know, put this in everything, because it makes everything more delicious. Everything. Okay, I'm going to take 2 heads of garlic. I cannot. Of broccoli, take out the stem, and then I'm just gonna cut the broccoli into small florets like that. Adding my broccoli in. Now, I don't want my broccoli to be bright and crisp and tender. I want it to be not bright and crisp, I want it to be tender. So I'm gonna cook it really, really well with the pasta. I'm gonna bring this back up to a boil, and once it comes right back up to a boil, I'll add my pasta, and then everything cooks together for about 10 minutes because I want the broccoli to be part of the pasta, to be part of that just cheesy deliciousness. So let this come up to a rolling boil again. I'm gonna clean up and get my cheese shredded. Add your shells in. It may not look like there's enough liquid, but there is. There is. It's plenty of liquid. I'm gonna let this cook 8 or 9 minutes, or however long it takes for the shells to become nice and al dente. Putting the lid on so all that steam can get trapped in there. And in the meantime, I'm shredding a pound of cheese. I'm doing all sharp cheddar, some yellow cheddar, some white cheddar. And I was thinking too, this totally came to my brain, and now I'm thinking I need to do an entire recipe on it soon. But if your kids don't like broccoli, say, you know, because I get it, add some sauteed chicken to that. Maybe some thighs, saute them and season them real good with garlic and herb. And then do all white cheddar, maybe a little bit of mozz. And you've got yourself a nice little one-pot chicken Alfredo. I'm ready to do a whole video on that because it just popped into my brain. Look how gorgeous that looks, and we haven't even added our cheeses. I accidentally turned that off. I want to keep it on low because I want to add all of my shredded cheese a little bit at a time and just mix it in. It's just easier to do a little bit at a time and mix it in rather than all at once, because if you do all at once, you can run the risk of your cheese just clumping into one big giant blob. And although probably still good, it's just a little bit easier to do it this way. Adjust it for seasoning before you put your cheese in. I'm gonna just turn it off and let the residual heat do its job. And I mean, look, you know it's gonna be delicious. You just know it. Yes, it's cheesy, but I've told you before that for me, January is all about comfort food, because it's January, February, even March, because it's the only thing that's gonna get me through very cold, dark, dreary winter days. And for me, it's just the ultimate comfort, and it's just spectacular. Lots of parm top it with some black pepper. I mean, look, you just know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. That's what I want the broccoli to do. I want the broccoli to be part of the sauce. I do not want hard pieces of broccoli. No, ma'am. That's not what I want. I want it to be soft and luxurious and sticky and delicious. Stir it in some sour cream if you would like. It's just, it's beyond. Let me just tell you that. Look how creamy and delicious. I just cannot wait. I just cannot wait. This is exactly how I like it. I know you're gonna love it. If you like a mac and cheese, if you like a chili mac, if you like a broccoli cheddar soup, you'll love this. I say chili mac just because you get that texture. You will love this. Hot. Top food. That's a top food. One of my favorite things in the world, because I told you, I love a mac and I love a broccoli cheddar soup. Does not get better. Does not get better. Go to laurainthekitchen.com for the written recipe. Hope you make this. Please make this. You really will love it. My alarm is on. My alarm went off. I will see you in the next one. Bye.